After you have added very dark coloring to all the different sections of your heart, so it doesn't have to be entirely colored in, but you should have some little bits of color with a crayon or pastel in each of the little spaces that you created inside of your heart. We will be using watercolors to cover up all the remaining white space on our paper. So if these haven't been used in a while, they should probably be gently stirred. Sometimes they get a little bit goopy from sitting, so stir them a little bit gently, scrape your brush off, and then using the very tippy top of your brush, you're going to paint in the areas. So I would say it's best to stick with the same color until you decide you're done with it. So anywhere that you want to say use blue, paint in blue before you switch colors. Saves you a little bit of time and it keeps us from accidentally mixing because sometimes we get in a little bit of a hurry. So gently, gently stir and paint with the tippy top of your brush. Remember, every time you switch colors, it's so important to swish your brush very well. And then because we don't want dirty water inside of our colors, our paint colors, we need to rinse, 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 and then blot that dirty water off. And then we're ready for the next color. So you're going to keep going and paint your whole entire heart. Remember, when you're painting, it's so important to pick up your brush. So we don't treat it like a crayon and we don't scribble back and forth. We pick up our brush. Really, really important. And every time we want to switch, rinse, 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 and blot it. Maybe you decide you want to try some overlapping of colors. So I have some green on here and I decided I want to add a little bit of yellow next to it because colors next to each other on the color wheel go really well together. So I'm going to add a little yellow next to it. And now if I kind of keep painting like this and it gets puddly, then what's going to happen is we're going to get a whole new color. And we don't want to accidentally get that inside of other colors. So we have to remember to rinse every time. So right now I have kind of like a light green color on my brush. So I do not have light green in either of these. So before I dip into these, I need to make sure that I rinse really good and blot every time. So take precaution. So if you think your brush might have a color that's not in the container from either the water or your paper, it's extremely important to rinse and blot. You may paint your background however you choose. Maybe you just want one color, or maybe you want many colors. Remember, colors on the color wheel that are next to each other get along much better than ones that are far apart. Here's an example of where some colors mixed. Right now I have kind of an orangey pink color on my brush and I do not have an orangey pink color in a cup, so I have to make sure that I rinse and blot before I put it back in any of the colors again. Get as far as you can today and carefully place it on the drying rack for next time.